Welcome to the weight loss vlog on Sunday, September 19th. I'm going to start this vlog off with a story for you guys, which will factor into the weight loss vlog portion after the story. Back when my sister and I were youngins, I guess right around elementary school age, we'd have family dinners, and anytime that we had something for dinner that we didn't want to eat, my parents would always set a timer on the microwave and tell us that we had, X amount of time to eat to finish our dinner. We'd get in trouble. My sister's gonna love this story. This particular dinner we had, it was corn, broccoli, and something else. And my sister and I didn't want to eat our vegetables that night, so of course up went the time up on the timer. And my parents, well, what happens is they'd set the timer and then they would go off into the living room. So that would kind of leave my sister and I up to our own vices to, finish our dinner. So this particular night, my sister made a deal with me, and she said that she would eat my corn if I'd eat her broccoli. And I thought, okay, that's great, no problem. So of course I agree to it. And my sister eats my corn like she said she would. And that left me her broccoli, but I decided that I didn't want to eat her broccoli, so she said to get rid of it and to go out in the backyard and drop it in between the fence and the brick wall. Now, to let you guys know what that is, in between the neighbors who lived next door to us, they had a wooden fence on their side of their property, and we had a small brick fence. So there was a gap about this big in between the two fences. And so I crept out and went out the sliding glass door, went into the backyard, dropped the broccoli behind the fence and the brick wall, which again, the gap is about this big, and it drops about maybe 4 or 5 feet. Just to give you guys an idea of, what it kind of consisted of. So we did that. Told my mom, we were done. We ate our vegetables, and she came in and she's like, walks right up to my sister and says, "Where's the broccoli?" She's like, "What? I ate it." And my mom says, "I know you did not eat it. I know you didn't eat it." She's like, "I ate it." So ask Brandon. My mom turns and looks at me and says, "Did Tammy eat her broccoli?" And I said, "Yeah." And then my mom called me on the bluff. She said, "No, she didn't." I said, "Go get the broccoli." So where is it? My sister stuck to her guns, which I totally should have taken my cue off of her, because she was like, "Oh, I ate it." Go get it. Where is it? Being the weakest link, I cracked. So my mom looked at me and said, "Go get the broccoli." And I got up to go out in the backyard, but realized that there was no way I was going to be able to get the broccoli because it was behind the fence and the brick wall. So I had to, tell my mom that the broccoli was behind the brick wall, and she got mad. And my sister ended up getting in trouble for it. So not only did my sister eat my corn and follow through on her end of the bargain, I ratted her out and she got in trouble. So she ate my corn and got in trouble for it. So that's been a big inside joke of my sister and I throughout the years, because around that age range that I was when this all happened, I was notorious for any time that I lied, and usually it was big lies. But, anytime I lied, I'd be okay with it for a few minutes, or part of the day. And then later that night when I was laying in bed, I'd start feeling sick to my stomach. And at that time I didn't realize what it was. But now, but as I got older, I realized, that was guilt. That's how guilt made you feel. It was kind of twisted your stomach, put butterflies in there, and it's kind of like your inner It's like your inner voice knew that you did wrong, and you know, your body reacted physically to it. So that was my foray into guilt. That's one of the best stories I've got to really tell you guys how I reacted to being guilty when I would lie. Since that incident, over the following years of middle school and high school, I got better at suppressing that guilt feeling. I learned how to, you know, not let it bother me as much as it did when I was younger. So it's been a really long time since I've had that, you know, that gut twisting, squeezing, you know, feeling of guilt. Until last night. So I promised you guys when I first did my weight loss vlogs that I'd be honest with you guys. I have some honesty for you. I went up to the Delta and met up with my parents for Harbor Days. What it is, it's just kind of a like a party that the marina puts on for the tenants and a few of their friends, where my parents have the boat. And what they do is they put on a really big crawdad festival type feast where it's, you just get, you know, a plate of crawdads, and then they have a caterer come in and they provide like a barbecue dinner. Yesterday I knew what I was getting into, so instead of completely throwing the whole day out the window, I decided to skip breakfast, which probably isn't the best thing to do in general, but I wanted to save all the calories I could because I absolutely love crawdads. And I'm sure you guys are hearing that I love a lot of things, so that should tell you how much of food in general that I like. And this is the thing that kind of bugs me, and it still does, is I didn't even log on and look up like what the average calorie value of a crawdad tail would be. So I really don't know how many calories are in there and how many calories of those I ate. And then for the barbecue portion, which could have been really bad, but actually wasn't that bad, not to give it an excuse as to what I did, they had chicken with grilled, skinless, boneless chicken breast and a sauce of some kind. They had strips of, it looked like about that thick roast beef or tri-tip, and they had a vegetable salad. They had a curly Q pasta salad that had artichoke hearts and tomatoes. I had 2 pieces of garlic bread, small little piece. Well, I don't want to say small, but they were about yay big. I hate truth. I had 2. They're about yay big. They are thin fried Mexican cookies. I don't know, it's like thin fried with sugar on top. Really crispy, really good. I had 2 of those. Okay. Truth. I hate truth. And I had a regular Coke. I know. I'm trying to kick the soda habit. It's not easy. And yet, yesterday was just, oh man. It's just one of those things. Why didn't I just sit there on the phone real quick and just calculate out calories and all that? I'm just going to let you guys know, yesterday totally just fell off the whole horse wagon, whatever you want to call it. Totally stumbled and fell. So at the time I was okay with it because the food tasted great. But it wasn't until I got home and I was laying in bed and left alone to my thoughts like we usually are. You know, I just thought about what I could have done better yesterday. The good thing I take out of this is the old me wouldn't have cared. You know, I probably would have gone even further last night and been like, well, you know, hell, I've already thrown it out the window, so let me get, you know, seconds. Let's have more food, and let's have, you know, 2 or 3 Cokes, or, you know, hell, on the way home, let's stop at Del Taco because, you know, Del Taco's on the way home. Those are my old patterns. And even though I fell yesterday, even though I stumbled, I didn't fall so hard that I threw everything out the window. You know, I was still able to, I enjoyed what we had, but that was it. You know, on the way home, even after I got home, didn't have anything else. And I had that familiar feeling where it was just, well, I've got really nothing going on. I'm kind of home alone. you know, I'm gonna snack on something. But I didn't. So even though yesterday was a slip and I fell off my food plan, I'm going to turn it into a positive, not an excuse, but a positive, in that even though I did fall, I didn't fall as far as I normally would before I started this vlog and before I started this weight loss journey. I also kind of hopped on the scale earlier today and gave myself a sneak peek at what I may expect on Friday's weigh-in. Still going to do the official weigh-in on Friday, but I just kind of wanted to get an idea of how things were going. So there's nothing bad about what I saw today at all. Nothing bad. But it's showing me that I need to increase my exercise program. Dieting alone is great. I mean, doing anything to improve your health is better than nothing at all. But when you're trying to lose the weight like I am, dieting has to go hand in hand with exercise. So my plan for the first couple weeks is just to get my body used to working harder than it has been, hence why I've been doing walking, get my legs, you know, a little bit better conditioned so that I can then go up, you know, a couple steps and start doing circuit training again, which I'm going to start this week and be successful there. And then also, you know, I have some workout programs at home that I want to do. So the sneak peek at my weight, again, nothing bad, but it is letting me know I need to bump up my exercise so I can be even more successful and make the most out of my food plan and, you know, exercising. And this Friday, keep your eyes posted, we'll have our second official weigh-in, and that'll give you guys, you know, numbers again of how I'm doing, and we'll continue to move forward. Here's the life changes. Hopefully we're all able to make them smart and healthy.